Boys, today's video topic is pretty damn simple. We're gonna hop right in, and it's going to be about Tower of Adversity. Is the brand new Tower of Adversity changes an absolute miss? Is it pay to win, and is Kuro fumbling the ball? Or are you guys simply having massive skill issues and you play with your toes? Now, the reason I want to make this video is pretty damn simple. Here I was, laying in bed, cuddling to my girl's butt cheeks in my footsie pajamas, sucking on my thumb, and out of nowhere I started getting ping, 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 ping on Discord with you guys messaging me about reacting to random videos from random people and random posts on Reddit talking about how this change to Tower of Adversity is an absolute fumble by Kuro. It's going to kill the game. It's the worst thing possible. Kuro is a pay-to-win company, and they only want to cater to their whales, yada, yada, yada. So, I'm going to be honest. Today, I'm not going to be reacting to the videos you guys send me, but rather some of the comments and some of the things that you guys send me to see, because in all reality, I think that people are always on some BS. So, as you guys know or might not know, on my stream, I actually made a reaction to this exact topic. Now, this video hasn't even gone live. Here is my video, ladies and gentlemen. The new tower update sucks. It's my complete review of this. I talk about it, I say what I gotta say, and I give y'all my opinions, not just from my point of view, but from what I see people in my community actually doing, clearing it everywhere, from free-to-plays to whales and everybody in between, right? So the video hasn't even gone live. But I just want to do this before I even publish this video, because I want to see if people are just as dumb in my comment section as they are in other people's comment sections. I don't know what content creators you guys watch, but out here, we check folk. When someone comes out to my community, to my comments, and they say some brain dead Cheeto breath, wide neck, big back take, we actually, we gotta baptize them a little bit. We gotta call them out on being stupid. So when it comes to my community, I have a lot of faith in y'all. When it comes to the people that actually watch my content, I think you guys are generally pretty smart. You guys aren't as dumb as the people in other people's community, because either the creators themselves are kind of dumb, or simply the creators don't check their viewers. So today, I actually want to look at some of the things that you guys send me. Now, mind you, I don't know where these comments come from, because even though you guys did tell me to react to some videos and some people's opinions, I told y'all I don't want to do that. I don't want to react to nobody's videos. I'd rather you guys send me the comments that are, calling your attention. I figured it was something new, and you guys send me some very interesting comments regarding the brand new Tower of Adversity update. So we're going to take a look not only at the comments by some of these people, but then I'm going to give you guys some examples of people that are clearing Tower of Adversity. Free-to-plays, people clearing with 1.0 units, people that have spent a little bit of money, and all kinds of people. So let's hop right in. First off, we have this dude right here. It's really sad seeing the game take this direction. The anniversary was when the honeymoon phase really started to fizzle out. You either die a hero or live long enough to see yourself become the villain. I never trusted this game again after the Zani situation. Brother, what are we talking? What direction is the game taking? Making things maybe a little bit more complex, making it so people have to start team building a little bit more, especially the more veteran players, the people that have been playing for a while. Because let's be honest, a brand new player that's been playing for a couple of months shouldn't really be clearing all of Tower of Adversity unless they specifically set their sights on doing that by leveling up a bunch of maybe whack 4-star characters that they don't really want to do. So when it comes to the brand new Tower of Adversity update, it's more for people that are like veterans, or people that have been playing at least for a few months, that have a few units to build, a few units that have already been, tested and put in a good team to clear the content. So I don't really see what direction is so bad that you can't trust the game, that it's become a villain, right? I feel that, once again, people are being a little salty, and they're letting their skill issue talk for them. Then we have this guy right here. Watch people defend this anyway because you can clear with signature. I am sick and tired of you bumbaclot slow ass, no kneecap having, wide neck, Cheeto breath, cousin fucking ass people that always give an excuse even if it's S0R1. Well, you have the signature weapon. That doesn't count. That's not very free to play friendly. Yo, your echoes are too good. Your echoes are too good. You actually mid-maxed your echoes. That doesn't count. Like, bro, what the fuck you want me to do? Play with level 50 characters with blue weapons and using my fat toes? Like, what are we talking about, bro? It's normal for people to pull the signature weapon. Not on every single character, but goddamn, if at least your DPS don't have a nice little signature every now and then, what are you doing, bro? This game gives you plenty of resources to, if you're smart with the way you invest and you actually pull the characters to form your team, and you're not just pulling every character because you like the shape of their toes or their size or their titties, you should be able easily to build quite a few teams in a few months of gameplay without a problem whatsoever, even as a free-to-play that's not even putting $5 into the game. So what do you mean that having your signature weapon is now considered like a sin? It's considered a problem. Like, yo, the characters have their signature weapons. That's not good. That's not free-to-play for it. Like, bro, what are we talking about? What are we talking about, right? Up next, yeah, this is pretty sad, and I hope people don't claim this is 100 extra astrites compared to the previous Tower of Adversity. So we shouldn't care, because that is not how we evaluate endgame content in games. We evaluate endgame content based on how it separates the player base and how it motivates players to spend more. You can argue it's better in outright HP inflation, but you cannot argue that it's better off for the players, since for the pricing of a meager 100 extra astrites, many of the criticisms of the other gacha games now directly and obviously apply to WoWA. First off, I don't know what the hell HP, outright HP inflation this man is talking about in Tower of Adversity, because in all reality, it's been relatively the same for a very long time. And the brand new 2 floors that they added are pretty much the same as they've always been. They might be a little bit more difficult, maybe, but nowhere to the point that, yo, the HP inflation, like, that's not a thing, right? On top of that, yes, it's only 100 astrites, bro. It's only 100 astrites. So if you can't clear it right now, and you can only get the regular 30 stars, okay, work on your teams a little more. Maybe next Tower of Adversity reset, you can get 33 stars and get that 50 astrite you were missing. And maybe the reset after that, you can get all 36, and you can get all extra 100 whopping astrites. And you would have only missed out on like 100 astrites for the one run. If you spend like a month or so building some extra characters to clear content, maybe pulling on a new banner character, maybe you'll have no problem. If the point of endgame is not to make you want to build your teams, optimize your comms, what the hell are you doing? Like, what the hell are you doing? 100 astrites is not locked behind whales, is not locked behind getting every character, is not locked behind getting every single premium comp, is not locked behind getting every character with their signature weapons. It's just locked behind strategic team building and using your resources and characters in a smart way. Sure, there are going to be characters that make clearing a lot easier. 100%. There's going to be characters that make the game easier, but you don't have to get all the characters. You don't got to spend money. You don't got to get all the weapons. But you got to be a little smart. If you're playing the game and you're trying to get to endgame, mid-maxing, getting your characters built right, getting a signature weapon every now and then, and getting logical synergistic teams is kind of the name of the game with all of these gacha games, right? Now, why did I know they're going to take this route? See, Kurobots, WoWA is a gacha game in the end, and it's got to be greedy. Well, what can I say? It is a gacha game. They do want your money. But this mode in particular, or this new change to it, it's not in a position where they're trying to milk you with 2 extra floors. And a free-to-play and free-to-play teams, be it even 1.0 free-to-play formats of certain teams, are still clearing content. So now that we've looked at some of the comments from these people, from these highly advanced intellectuals and incredibly skilled players, I want to show you some people from my community. Some people that might just be chilling, playing the game, some free to play, some people that might just buy the battle pass and things like that. And I know some of you might watch this video and want to shame some players. You might want to be like, yo, but they get the $5 battle pass a month or the $5 monthly. That is a whale. Yo, they got signature weapons. That's a whale. Yo, they got insane amounts of well-built characters. That's a whale. Shut up. Go take a bath. Go brush your teeth. Your breath stank. Your ass stank. Stop. So let's go ahead and look at some of these characters and see what they have to say. The first person I want to bring out here, surprisingly, is the homie Only Uns. Even though we know him in our community for having some horrible takes every now and then. Look at the team he cleared one of the sides of Tower of Adversity, right? And I know the big problem usually comes from middle tower, but this is not even his main team. And not only is it not his main team, he's using one DPS that is over a year old, and then he's using 2 4-star characters that were here on the launch of the game to clear this with all the stars. So anybody that says you cannot clear is clearly small complainers. On top of that, we're talking about Spectral Frazzle, right? While yes, you do get Spectral Frazzle here, none of these characters particularly take advantage of the Spectral Frazzle feature. They're not Peebs, they're not Spectral Rover, they're not Zani, and they're still out here doing work. He cleared an entire side with not his main team, but a random team using a 1.0 character that is S0, by the way, and 2 random 4-star characters. And the first 3 floors was done with just these 2 characters, right? But hey, this might not be enough. Just showing you one side might not be enough. So I want to show you a little bit more. I want to show you more people. Give me a second. Here we have the homie Zanny, also known as Zanyovicus, also known as Yao Lover, Brant Lover, or Ling Yang Lover, or all of the above. Now I want to show you how he clears his content. So here we have the Hazard Tower, and first off, he is indeed clearing with his lover, Yao. And then after that, he is using his S0R1 Havoc team. So this right here is probably the most investment that you're going to see from his runs, because yes, he is indeed using one of the latest and greatest premium teams, which is the Havoc team, even though it's S0R1. But when we look at some of his other clears, he is using a 4-star Alto, and then the support healer slash sub DPS slash Mr. Steal Your Girl, Brant, to clear the last stage. Ladies and gentlemen, it is absolutely doable if you just work on your characters and actually spend time building your units and maybe being wise with your resources, whether you decide to dupe certain characters or simply work on the ones you really like and get several teams running. His other tower, oh look, would you look at this? He used Lumi. He used this other 4-star right here, Sanhua, and he used Verena. So for this entire tower right here, he used only free-to-play characters pretty much. A standard banner 5-star, and everything else in here is a 4-star to clear everything. So when you look at something like this, and then you see something like this, and the only real team or heavy invested, comp that he has is this, what are people complaining about? But let's look at the other ones. This guy is known across the world as a chill dude that has pretty normal takes, and he's pretty good at the game. He has S0 characters. He's not out here wailing like crazy. He's probably barely spent money. I think he might have bought the $5 monthly. And with that, he has still gotten all the stars in his Tower of Adversity. And now you might be thinking, well, maybe he's gone ahead and done this with like insane teams. Yo, I know that dude done used Cardathea. He's done used the Zani comp. He's done used Augusta to clear all these floors like that. This dude gotta be an absolute monster, right? This right here is one of the sides that he cleared, right? He used a 1.0 character, he used a 4-star, and he used his Shorekeeper. For the other team, he's done used his Cardathea, because why not? Cardathea is a pretty good character, is an arrow character, and this does have arrow rest reduction. So pretty damn normal, right? So when you look at this team, you're looking at it and you might be asking yourself, whoa, that still looks kind of a lot, right? He kind of does have the current premium arrow team. He does have Camellia, and he does have Shorekeeper. You are absolutely right. This might be a little bit of a complex team, but when you look at some of his other clears, you might ask yourself, what's going on here? He done used Shishya over here to get the first 3 floors with 3 stars, and then he's used his fusion team to get the last 3 stars, and he's done the same thing here, the first 3 stars with a Yang Yang, and then the same fusion team to get the other stars. So when we look at this, is it really that complex? This dude used a 4-star for the first 3 floors in one team here, a 4-star here, and the same thing here. So he's basically so far used 1 team and 2 characters, right? And then right here, he's gone ahead and used 2 different team compositions, one of which is generally considered free to play because he does have Camellia with a Sanhua, which most people have, and a Shorekeeper, with most people will usually have. And you can also replace this here for a Verena, and you can also get it done. Now, you might still not be convinced that this is free-to-play friendly enough, right? Despite the fact that he cleared with 4 stars in 1 team each side, and then he spent his main teams on the middle floor, which is what people seem to be having a problem with. So I'm going to show you other people. Here we have the homie Babanoy, also known as John Octavius, Big John III, and this is what he's gone ahead and done. Here's his hazard zone. He done cleared it with his Augusta, and then down here he used his Zhang Liao, his Mortefi, and his Augusta. Now, he hasn't really put too much money into this particular team that you see right here, and even though I believe he does have a dupe or 2 into his Augusta, he chose to do that because he skipped many banners. He skipped a lot of banners, so when it came time to invest on the characters that he liked, he did the smart thing and picked the characters he thought were really good and really cool for his particular taste. So yes, he did have some dupes on these characters, but it's because this dude will skip 4 or 5 banners before deciding to actually pull on a character. But if this doesn't count either because, well, I guess he has a dupe or 2 into his Augusta, what about this random ass team right here, bro? Right? He's with his Cardathea, which is pretty damn strong, right? He does have his Shangli over here. He does have his Lupa, and then he does have a Yang Yang over here. Or not Yang Yang, Bricklayer, Zhang Xing, right? Over here just being weird, right? And then we look at his other team. He cleared the first 3 floors with a 4-star, and then he got the last floor with the most random, weird team that we've seen so far, right? Shorekeeper, Zhang Xing, and Sia Coco, right? Very random team once again. And while yes, some of these characters might indeed be dupe, once again, this dude right here is someone that will skip 4 or 5 banners in a row. No problem whatsoever. Matter of fact, he just got his Augusta. He said he's skipping Yuno. He's skipping Galbrina. He's skipping Shi Yuan. He's skipping Shishya, or not Shishya, Shisa. He says he's skipping the collab. So this dude is already planning ahead to skip like 17 banners. So is it really a problem when you can decide to play like the other dude I showed y'all earlier, or like this, and not pull every character, and then just be smart about the way you play and clear content the way you like? Now I'm going to show you someone else. Give me a second. Here we have the homie Cremoni, also known as Timothy Chalamet, also known as Clitoris. And this man is someone that is very chill, another member of our community. And as you can see right here, this man had no problem clearing content. This man is out here clearing with his Zhang Liao. He's still using his, what's her face? What's her name? Yin Lin, which are 2 1.0 units that a lot of people seem to think aren't really that good, and he's still clearing with them. Then for his last clear, he did use a Glacio team, which is pretty damn nice over here, but he's still using a Verena. He's not even using Shorekeeper right here. As we move on and we go over to the other side, once again, you can see a more appropriate use of current characters, right? he used his nice little Cardathia team and his nice little Augusta team. And once again, I believe these characters have maybe one, maybe two dupes, but he's another guy that also skips a lot of characters. So for those of you that somehow seem to think that, yo, I gotta pull every character and then complain about not being to, do things right because your teams are all over the place, well, that's on you. And when you see people that pull the characters they want, built the teams they want, and they're still clearing content, I don't get what the problem is. We move on over, and once again, he used his Camellia and then the Glacial team, and if we look at all his clears, they're looking pretty much the same. Just generic and pretty damn good. Nothing too complex. And I'll show you guys one last one before I end the video. Now, I don't even know who this dude is. You guys send me this link just to show me something, I guess. And this guy is over here clearing things with a Verena and a Shorekeeper. He's done it in the past. And look at these weird-ass teams. And yes, he didn't get all the stars right here. 100% agreed. But if we look over here, he's gotten all his stars with one character. Now, I'm not gonna lie. I don't know this person at all. You guys just sent me this. So I don't know if these characters are max duped, no duped, S0, R1, whatever it may be. The point is, he's just using one character to clear, and some of these are even 4 stars, like our girl Baja or our girl Yang Yang, and he's doing the same on every single side, using characters like Verena, Yohu, using characters like Don Jin. And you really sit down to ask yourself, ladies and gentlemen, what the hell is the problem with some people out there? Have you really looked at your account and asked yourself, maybe I'm trying to do content that I haven't really been preparing for? Maybe I've been playing like a potato. Maybe I've been playing with my elbows. Maybe I've just been doing a little bit of everything, not trying to optimize my team compositions and not really put an effort into building things the right way, and now I'm blaming it on the game. Trust me, guys, if Kuro did some shit in the game where all of these people that are free to play, all these people that are low spenders, all these people that manage their resources the right way, were telling me, yo, this is a clusterfuck. I can't beat this content. Kuro done messed up. Kuro is going the pay to win, predatory route. I'd be one of the first people to go out there and attack Kuro, or at least try to drop some constructive criticism. But at the end of the day, in this particular scenario, I do think that some of y'all just simply suck ass. Y'all are just trash when it comes to games like this. Y'all are either extremely casual, which is absolutely fine, by the way. Being a casual is fine, but being a dumbass and not using your resources appropriately and just buying whatever you want when it comes to your characters, pulling for whatever you want, not knowing how to team build, not knowing what echoes and what stats you'd want to go for your characters is either a lack of you wanting to educate yourself and get the right information, considering there's so many builds in the internet, so many websites that will give you said information, or you simply don't care enough and still want to bitch and complain at the end of the day. So all I gotta say is this. Yes, the new Tower of Adversity mode, or the 2 floors in Tower of Adversity, do require you to have a little bit more team compositions and a little bit more thought into the units you're using. It might require you to build some units a little bit more and to work on your characters. But is it predatory? Hell no. Do you need to pull every brand new character and new unit and their signature weapon? Hell no. At least not currently. Do you really have to think that Kuro is a whale or a predatory company? No. And guys, if you can clear the brand new floors, you're only missing out on 100 asteroids for the next 30 days. So during the next 30 days or so, work on your account. Work on some other characters. You got plenty of time. You got plenty of time to work on new characters, whether they're 4 stars like you saw a lot of these people using, or some of the 5 stars that you're using. Even standard banner 5 stars can work and do some good damage in some of these floors. Take your time, learn your characters, maybe trial and error, run the floors a couple of times, but stop with the excuses. Stop always trying to make it seem like it's the problem of the company and things like this. And once again, I don't give 2.5 shits about Kuro games. I don't care about none of these games. I don't care about none of these companies. I just want to have fun. I want to play my games with my friends. And overall, share with you guys my thoughts and what I think regarding specific scenarios like this. But that's gonna be it for me. Let me know what y'all think. Let me know if y'all got offended. Let me know if you agree in the comment section below. And for now, I'll see you guys on the next one. Peace.